be okay if they need to raise more money from the apes down the line, or is the balance sheet okay? Let's take these questions directly to the architect of AMC's survival plan, successful survival plan. And this is Adam Aaron. He's the chairman and CEO of AMC Entertainment. Mr. Aaron, welcome back to Mad Money.
Jim, it's always a pleasure to be with you. You know that.
Thank you, Adam. Well, you've got some good news coming up. You've got Wakanda Forever, and it looks like this may be one of the biggest movies in history, and that can really help your bottom line.
Well, that's true. I'm actually wearing a Disney tie today because tomorrow Disney is giving us Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I think it's going to come in as the second biggest movie of the year. Of course, we'll all find out together, but we know we're sitting on frothy, robust advanced bookings. We think this is going to be a very successful movie.
Well, I think that one of the things that I mentioned in my opening, things have been tough. You mentioned point blank, you say you need more movies. You don't make the movies. But it does seem like the number of movies are down big, and frankly, I don't get it. Because you prove without a doubt in your conference call that it is better to release a movie to the theater than it is to go this direct-to-consumer. What is taking them so long to realize how rabid customers are for more movies?
That is one good question. Why is taking them so long giving us more movies? Because if you go back in time when people were afraid to go out of their homes, we understood it then, but that's not where we are in America these days. That's not where we are across the globe. Life is returning to normal, and if you actually look at movies on a per title basis, they're doing very well. People are coming out to our theaters. We're going to prove that again this weekend with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But the number of releases that has come out of all the major Hollywood studios combined is down still about 20 to 30% below pre-pandemic norms. Now, what they tell us is that these are all the production delays that were caused during the height of COVID. It does take about 2 years to make a major motion picture. So we're hearing that all the studios, I don't want to say all, but most of the studios are scrambling to dramatically increase the count of theaters, theatrically released movies. We're expecting the movie count in 2023 to be significantly greater than in 2022, and again in 2024, more than in 2023. That's good news for us. The more movies that are released theatrically, the more people will be in our theaters.
All right, now let's talk about what you've done for the company and for the stock and see how people realize. The company is going to go bust. You saved the company. The stock went up a great deal. You did sell stock. Now, what was amazing to me was that you went on TV, to me. You said, listen, I'm selling stock for my family. You didn't tell people, and I think everybody should, because that's not your job. And you even make that point again. Your job is to run the business, not to run the stock. But the stock has come down a great deal, and I know you don't want that. You want people to make as much money as possible. What do people do? They got the additional preferred. I mean, they've been hurt by it. Really, the slate has been so low. But you told them kind of what you were doing. Can you buy more? What do you do to show them what you're doing now? Because I know you're not giving up.
Well, actually, let's talk about what I'm going to do. I said publicly in January of 2022 that I was done selling. I am AMC's largest individual shareholder, if you take out institutions. I run this company. It's a 24/7 passion. I'm optimistic for its long-term health. But as you said earlier, my job is to run the company. It's up to the markets to decide what our share price will be. And look, I'm not surprised that things have been tough over the past 90 days. Look at what has gone on. Energy prices are soaring because of the Ukrainian war. That's causing inflation to soar. That's causing interest rates to rise. You combine that with the fact that the second largest player in our industry, Cineworld in Europe, Regal in the United States, filed for bankruptcy protection in early September because it ran out of cash. And take all that together, that's a lot of noise around stocks in general and AMC stock in particular. But we're a very different company than Cineworld. We ended the third quarter with $900 million of liquidity. We also introduced the APE preferred stock in August. We have the ability to raise additional capital as needed because APEs exist. And so I'm very optimistic about AMC's long-term future. Sooner or later, that's going to be reflected in the share price, we hope.
But it is difficult to restrain some of your followers' enthusiasm. For instance, obviously, if you bought 8 the first day of 10, you can't be happy. You do have to have discipline. I know you believe away from your business. You are a disciplined allocator of capital, and I hope you will tell your investors here, look, it's terrific to get excited about the popcorn or about Hycroft, the gold mine. But the most important thing they should do is perhaps be diversified. Understand that owning AMC can be part of a larger portfolio. Don't put all of your money in the AMC basket.
Well, look, it's not my job to give financial advice, but the basic rule of investing is to diversify your assets. No one should have all their eggs in one basket. And that's as true with AMC Entertainment as anything else. That doesn't speak to the issue of whether AMC is a good investment or a bad investment. If your buy-in price to AMC was $1.91, which is where our stock was trading 22 months ago, you're doing pretty well. If your buy-in price was $60 a share in June of 2021, obviously we're way below that. But again, our job is to run the company. And as you said, this company was facing very tough challenges back in 2020, and we're not all the way through the pandemic yet. Movie going, because of the reduced number of titles that you talked about, movie going is still down below pre-pandemic norms. But when you look at what's happened to the size of our industry, the box office crashed in 2020 because of the pandemic, but in 2021 it more than doubled. In 2022, when the year is over, I think we'll see that the box office for the industry is up almost 75%. We forecasted on our earnings call yesterday that we think that the industry box office will be up to by 15 to 25%, maybe even more than that in 2023. Some of our competitors are struggling while AMC is healthy.
Right.
I think we're going to be picking up more theaters as a result of some of the financial troubles of our competitors. We're also doing things outside of movie making. You talked about popcorn and credit cards and Hycroft, the gold and silver mine, which, by the way, just found a lot more gold and silver in them our hills in the last couple of weeks. But we announced on Monday a new partnership with Zoom to introduce what we're calling Zoom rooms at AMC to go after the multi-billion-dollar meetings market using our theaters as a place to gather, linked up by Zoom technology. There's a lot that's happening. There's a lot that's good. We got a long way to go, but that's what makes a horse race.
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. And I'm getting explained diversification. That's not your job, I know, but I don't like, neither one of us want to see people get hurt. And I'm glad you're still on Twitter. Obviously, Twitter's got some value. I hope that people stay on it, and he should call you. Elon Musk should call you for advice, because you're the best guy I know to go to. I want to thank Adam.
Well, before you hang up on me, Jim, I want to say something back. I know you take some heat from our apes on Twitter. It's sort of a sport they have, but I think you're an incredibly accomplished and polished investor, and I always look forward to hearing what you have to say.
Adam, thank you very much. You're a good man. Thank you. That's Adam Aaron, Chairman and CEO of AMC Entertainment. Thank you for coming. Everybody's back in.